Over the years, I've come up with and created hundreds of different videos on this channel. But one thing I've never done is let someone else come up with the video idea for me. I think I have pretty good ideas, but no matter how creative you are, sometimes there are just durations of time that you don't have a whole lot of creative inspiration. What I've realized is I really relied on going places and interviewing people more than I thought for videos, and now that I can't do that, I've gone through my list of ideas I can make in my house, but honestly, I do feel really limited with what ideas I have and what I can make. I feel like I could edit just about any video into something interesting. So today we're gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna be hiring someone on Fiverr to write my video idea for me, and then I have to make one of the videos. Okay, first things first, let's find some writers. Since this video is in partnership with Fiverr, I'm of course going to be using Fiverr to find writers. Fiverr has a whole section dedicated to writing gigs, so I decided to make my own posting and hire a few people that applied, and then also just find some on my own that already had listings. I was able to find writers in a few different price ranges, so I hired a $10, a $20, and a $150 writer. I gave them each 3 days and then came back to see what we had. Okay guys, all the scripts are in. Let's take a look and pick one to make a video about. I'm pretty excited because, I mean, this isn't real work for me. I'm presented with the ideas, so it's kind of the fun part. So the first one is $20. So this script was not super expensive, so I'm not honestly expecting a screenplay. Let's take a look. Okay, Louis Vuitton, the iconic luxury brand. Cool, so they wrote quite a lot. There's definitely a lot of info here. It looks like a history of how they got their type of video about Louis Vuitton. And I actually think that's a pretty cool idea. I never thought to do something like that. It feels very Business Insider to me, and I think that would actually fit pretty well within my channel. They've got a lot of research in there. I think just the way it's written, some things I would probably want to change. Like it says, greetings everyone. I don't think I'd say greetings everyone, but that's an easy fix. But this one is definitely a contender. Okay, let's see what else we've got. This next one was $150, so about 5 times more than that first one. Let's see if it's 5 times better. Wow, okay, so we have a title page. I mean, just right off the bat, this one looks more professional. They've formatted it more like a screenplay, I guess. Fade in, Shelby church intro. Scene, Shelby in office or bedroom. The writing definitely sounds like me. I feel like this writer went to my channel and kind of saw what my videos are like. I like that they gave shot ideas. So they wrote down scenes, they wrote down where I would have B-roll and where I would have voiceover. The only thing is the topic. I feel like the decluttering phase was a little last year. I'm still considering it, but I don't know if I want to go with this topic. So let's check out the last one. So this last one was only $10, and I really only asked them to write out some ideas for me, not the full-on script. So the first idea, ways to make money during quarantine for teenagers / under 18. That actually is probably a really good video idea. I bet that would do really, really well. Number 2, comparing technology from Wish versus the original store. That actually is a really good idea. I think I do want to do that, but separately because it'll take too long. If you've ordered from Wish, you know it takes like 2 months to get the stuff. This seller definitely did her research because she saw I had already uploaded something about Wish and I do some tech videos. Oh gosh. Okay, so which one am I gonna do? So the script I am going to make the video about is the history of Louis Vuitton. I feel like this is a really cool video idea. It's something that I would click on. Let's get started. So I've got a solid voiceover script here that I can use, and that's saving me a ton of time not needing to research. I'm actually learning quite a lot reading this that I never knew about Louis Vuitton. So my first step was looking over and making a few revisions to the script. It was a great base, but of course I thought of more ideas and I wanted it to still sound like me, so I just changed the wording a little bit. Then I went ahead and went online looking for photos and videos that were relevant to the script and really matched. Since it's a history of video, I'm really looking for a lot of older photos rather than shooting newer B-roll content, but I think mixing in both is going to be a really cool video. Okay, so I've gathered a bunch of old photos and footage, but I feel like that's not quite enough. So I'm gonna go to the Louis Vuitton Museum and get some more footage because it's actually open. Looking at the script, this won't be a super long video, but I think it'll be a perfect amount to fit within this video and not have this video be like too long. The museum actually wasn't open, but I was able to get some key talking and B-roll shots outside the store to make the video more complete. I also found an old folder with a bunch of footage from when I actually went to this museum, so I copied all that over so I could use it within this video. And the last part of bringing this video together was doing a voiceover of the script. I think this is the best way to make it an interesting video to watch rather than me talking and just spewing facts at you. The voiceover makes it more kind of like a video essay and just more fun to watch. I've never done a voiceover like this with a printed out script, and I gotta say, it's pretty nice. It's much more organized than what I usually do, and this is going much smoother. While this video is mostly about someone writing a script for me from Fiverr, you actually can hire people on Fiverr for literally every part of the video making process. On Fiverr, you can get someone to edit your video, do special effects, intro, outro graphic cards. You can even get them to do SEO, or like I did here, you can get them to come up with the idea for you. You could run an entire YouTube channel with just hiring people out to do it if you wanted to, and there are channels out there that do that. A lot of those top 10 channels do that, and it's pretty genius. Maybe you don't want to hire out every part, but I think everyone has one step in the video production process that is a weakness for them. I find the majority of people I talk to really don't like to edit, and the good news is there are thousands of editors on Fiverr in every price range. So overall, hiring out the things you don't like to do or aren't really that good at will make your video better in general. There are editors that will do a basic edit to a more professional cut, and it's really easy because everyone has their price on there and their different pricing options, so you don't have to have that back and forth that you might have with just a random freelancer. You can also get revisions, so if there's something in the edit that you don't really love, you can ask them to fix that. And in my experience hiring people on Fiverr, people are more than happy to do the revisions. They really want you to like the finished product because you rate them at the end. It's a really good system in that way because it really makes sure that you're getting what you want. I'll link below all the Fiverr sellers that I've used before and really like, and you guys can check them out. And now let's take a look at the finished video. All right guys, it is complete. The video within this video, written by someone on Fiverr but created by me, are you confused yet? Is finished. Time to take a look. Louis Vuitton is one of the most famous brands in the world. They started in the 19th century and have been onwards and upwards since then. While mainly known for their handbags, they've created everything from trunks, shoes, men's and women's clothing, watches, and jewelry. Today, Louis Vuitton is worth $15 billion. So take a seat and grab a snack, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the history of Louis Vuitton. The famous Louis Vuitton was a French fashion designer and businessman in the 19th century. When he was 16, he walked nearly 300 miles from his hometown to Paris. He took an apprenticeship with a famous boxmaker and earned an excellent reputation in a short time among the elite and fashionable class of Paris. The first hit product? Actually not a handbag, but a flat-top luggage trunk. These were standard at the time because they're really heavy-duty, but often attracted thieves. Louis Vuitton was the first to incorporate a lock into his design, providing additional security. Today, one of these vintage luggage trunks can cost you upwards of $7,000. While these days our suitcases can be made of fabric and really lightweight, back in the day they were straight up trunks because they had to survive on a coach or a train or a boat. Obviously, Louis Vuitton has evolved over time, but at the root it was actually quite functional. In 1896, the first LV monogram was introduced. At the time, Louis Vuitton was having a huge issue with counterfeit bags. At this point, Louis Vuitton's son had taken over and came up with the idea to introduce the LV logo and the flower motif that you still see today. So this made it more difficult for people to counterfeit the bags, but it did not stop them from trying. About half of all counterfeit luxury bags are Louis Vuitton, so they really are the biggest target. They've had thousands of products over the years, but there are a few that stand out as bestsellers. Probably the most iconic bag is the Speedy bag. It was first introduced in the 1930s and is still one of the most popular bags today. And just in 2007, they released the Never Full Tote, which became one of the most popular bags today. If a brand is exclusive, it's seen as more successful. So this is one of the secrets of Louis Vuitton's success. Over the years, Louis Vuitton has released a number of limited edition bags to keep a factor of scarcity. You see a lot of companies do this now, having limited edition collaborations, but Louis Vuitton was doing this back in 2001. While handbags are a huge part of the business, eventually they did expand into men's and women's clothing. Today, Louis Vuitton is worth $15 billion. Even though they've been around for a long time, they don't stick to old school traditions. They were actually one of the first to collaborate with YouTubers. This leads me to believe they will reinvent and stay relevant for decades to come. So that is it for a brief history of Louis Vuitton. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye! Okay, so that is the video. I'd love to know what you guys thought. It was such a different process making this video because I was going off of someone else's idea. I thought it would be really cool to try this process because any large-scale production, it goes through multiple revisions. They have different writers, a lot of different minds coming together to make the idea better. I'm just used to working on my own and coming up with my own idea, so I wanted to see what it would be like to have someone else's ideas mixed in with mine, kind of collaborate on it, because I did change some things, just kind of the wording a little bit. But yeah, I think the video turned out pretty cool and it pushed me to make a video about a topic I don't think I would have if it weren't, you know, kind of suggested to me. I'll have the writers that I hired on Fiverr linked down below. Fiverr, if you guys aren't aware, is a website with a ton of different types of freelancers, so it's great if you need an editor, a writer, honestly anything that can be done on a computer, like a software engineer. If you guys saw my other video about starting a YouTube channel, you can see more of the editing and thumbnail editing examples that you can find on Fiverr. I'll have that all linked down below. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was just something different, you know, something mostly shot in my house and away from people. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!